Go for it.
Right.
There you go. And we are live.
We're sorry.
We are live.
We're sorry, everyone.
Yeah, a bit of a mix-up, I think, on the back end, but we are live. We made it. We've had a few technical issues. We've had a few personnel issues.
We sound like Drip.
And Millionz, you've just gone on mute or something. I can't. Yeah, you're on mute.
Everyone, we apologize. We're blaming Crypto Tiger. We weren't due to go live for another 10 minutes, but I think he scheduled an hour earlier than it's meant to be. And we have had personnel issues. And as you can see, I've come in to support a little bit because I wasn't meant to be here, but Danny D is helping us out. So shout out to Danny D and shout out to everyone in the chat. Hope everyone is good and staying hydrated.
You know why I think? Because he's in Vegas, right?
Yeah, he's in Vegas.
So he's got that time difference, maybe.
Yeah.
Where he normally is.
Maybe. Or maybe he's too busy playing blackjack or some kind of spending all of his crypto gains on the table, maybe. Who knows?
Never know.
But either way, here we are. Blue Chip Drip, he's in.
Yeah, Blue Chip.
Blue Chip, thank you for joining us and stepping in for us, brother. Appreciate it. Truly do at such short notice, you know.
Yeah, thank you very much. I was having a good day, man. I got some DMs in the Telegram from some females and in the chat. I said, is that because I'm sexy or are those scammers? And they were like, nah, those are scammers. I'm like, oh, man. I thought I had my mojo back, man.
That's like the first time I joined Twitter, which wasn't that long ago, man. I'm getting hit up, followed by all these hot Asian chicks, and I'm like, oh man, just to find out they're probably blokes, you know, with beards or whatnot. Who knows, you know?
Oh man,
there's locals in your area, bro. There's locals in your area waiting for your message.
There you go. You know what? I wasn't going to do this, but I know Blue Chip's there, and we were having shots in the background, so I'm going to actually do one for you.
Yeah.
All right, boys out there and the ladies out there, alakazoo from me.
Alakazoo. Need some water.
And I was surprised because I wasn't actually expecting to be on here today.
No, we appreciate it, Danny. We appreciate you jumping in, brother.
No worries at all.
It's been a bit of a mad one. We've had a few people drop off. No fault of anyone. It's just been one of those days, I think. Yeah. And as I said at the start, I've never hosted a show before, so this could be the best or the worst stream you've ever seen. But I just want to ask everyone, how are we doing? Danny D, how are you doing, my brother?
Brother, I am doing awesome. For the amount of sleep that I haven't had, I'm doing awesome. It's obviously this past week has been like nuts, just trying to get things out, pushing out the Telegram group for Drip Potluck, and then for the live stream tomorrow. So I've been doing like 4 a.m. in the morning until about 11, 12 o'clock at night every day for the past week. So it's been nuts, but all good. I'm pumped, man. I'm pumped. I've got party lights on now, see? Just already.
Yeah, for real. For real.
Congrats on the new TG as well for Drip Potluck, Danny. Exciting things coming, man. So, yeah, for sure. The grind is real, huh?
Absolutely, man. There's like, I haven't checked now, but I think I launched it about 8 o'clock my time last night. So that's 14 hours ago. And there's like already 200 something people in there. So it was really good. So I'm pumped about that.
Yeah, that's freaking awesome. I jumped in on that earlier on today as well. I'm super bullish on it. I don't want to talk too much about it because I know the big news is coming tomorrow. And as I've said, I mean, I've been putting in my videos actually since I was in Nevada when I first got to Mexico, when we was in a different part of town. I was mentioning it there, putting pressure on you boys and your team. I didn't mean to do that, but
that's okay, man.
But it's because when I heard about it, obviously it was actually during a behind the scenes chat. I think was the first time I heard about it. Yeah, and I was like, this is bullish. This is awesome. Anything that burns drip, anything that locks up drip, anything that encourages people to use drip is just like, for me, that's, and this is exactly the time that we need it right now in the depths of this bear market, because when people's morale is at its absolute lowest.
Absolutely.
People need to see that people are coming through, devs are coming through, teams are coming through with developments, with things to look forward to, with things to get behind. And I just think it's freaking awesome. So it's great to see that it's on the verge of finally being here. That's absolutely phenomenal. And I can't wait to play it, mate. I'm stacking up a little bit of liquid drip on the side at these prices, because it's going to give me a good excuse to chuck some into Drip Potluck when it launches. So freaking awesome work, man. Awesome work.
Thank you, man. Like, we're the community support is like amazing. It's we're getting there. Tomorrow's going to be an amazing day, put it that way. Not giving away too much now, but it's going to be, I'm pumped, put it that way.
Can't wait, brother. Freaking awesome. And Blue Chip Drip, how are you, my brother? Thank you for jumping on short notice. It's great to see you again. How's things been for you today, brother?
Oh, they've been great. I don't, not to take up much of you guys' time, but like the rest of us, I had visions of sugar plums with drip, and thinking I could ease up from my regular gig, and they took a different turn. You just have to accept what it is, but it made me make some adjustments in my business, and that's going real well. But at the same time, I'm feeling excited about where we are with drip, as the protocol, drip, drop, draw, stuff I'm learning about the res. I'm really stoked about Drip Potluck. I think that may offer an unbeaten path and an out of the box way of not only building our position, making some money, but helping the protocol as well. And I'm all for it, man.
Absolutely, brother. Absolutely. Yeah, couldn't agree more. And Nelly, how you been, mate? I can see you're driving at the moment on a road trip, or is that business or pleasure?
Just always business, man. Never pleasure. All work, no play. Consumed by work. Consumed by drip. Consumed, man. But I'm doing well, man. I thought I'd pop in. Obviously, the boys weren't able to show up because they're busy. But I'm doing well, man. I'm excited about the things coming. I'm looking at the chat. I'm a simple man. I can't multitask, but I'm reading some of the chats, and I want to give a big shout out to Lady Mania for I'm not going to call it the drip chat, but the community chat around drip. We've got Perlas, we've got Susie S for the Spanish section, and all the brains, all the guys, all the admins in there, that are Maxis and that are doing everything they can to sustain our beloved drip, Danny D with Danny D with Drip Potluck, and then the new chat, the ideas that people are coming up with. Also the aqueduct, so like Blue Chip, I'm trying to put receipts out there and lead by example. So apart from that, man, just busy with real life, busy trying to get content out as much as possible. And yeah, we're all Gucci, man. We're always good. Another day, another blessing.
Exactly it, brother. Exactly it. Couldn't agree more with that. And in fact, go on, Danny, go for it, brother.
No, I was just saying, only because you mentioned the community chat there. I thought I was going to get kicked from there yesterday.
What did you say?
No, because I said that the TG was going to launch, right? And so I came up with that little banner, and then I started sharing it out, and then I realized that I didn't actually put the link for the Telegram group on it. Right, it was on the actual banner, but the physical link for people to click, I'm like, oh shit. And JC from Over the Dragon Club, he goes, bro, you can just drop the link here. And I'm like, oh, so I had to go through. I was in a mad panic because I'd already shared it with like 10 or 12 locations or something, and I've had to go through and then I just posted the link again in the community chat, and someone there said, you don't have to spam. It was one of the admins. Okay. Oh, jeez. I wasn't spamming. I'm sorry.
You're lucky. The guys have been very tolerant, man. Like, and actually, they're not actually. What I've realized, they're not actually banning. They're muting people. They're giving them 3 warnings, and then they're muting them, and then they can come back, sort of trying to change from the main chat where you 3 strikes you're gone, so you still got a couple of lives left, Danny.
And the comment was, this is not the place to shill, and I'm like, oh, but thankfully, shout out to Lady Mania, she saved me anyway, and she said, you're all good, my friend. So
they know you're legit, Danny. They know you're not a spammer or a WhatsApper or a loser or whatever Crypto Tiger says. I'm sorry to anyone who's missed that intro, by the way. I don't know it well enough to say it, and I would feel bad about saying it in the absence of Crypto Tiger. He's having a great time in Vegas, as far as I know right now. He's gambling all of his crypto gains on the blackjack table and on strippers. So I hope he's having a so full on DJ and stuff. And if anyone's joining this late, and I can see we've actually got 21 viewers at the moment. Super sorry for the delay. There was some technical issues in terms of getting the live stream set up. So apologies. But obviously, if you're watching now, great. If not, you can watch over the weekend. There's a shortage of good drip content, in my opinion, right now. So this could be something for your weekend viewing. So I don't know what you guys think at the moment. The drip price is obviously down. I think we're around 2 cents at the moment. And there is a lot of panic and a lot of, discontent going around in the community. And I kind of understand because, I think everyone wanted to see a higher drip price at this point. I think we'd all be lying if we said, we were happy with a 2 cent drip price. But it is a very, very brutal bear market. And I think statistically, this is the longest bear market. If you're going by Bitcoin, which tends to be the leader of the market, this is the longest bear market in history. And even the larger cap projects are struggling for new investment. Even Bitcoin is struggling to get, it kind of peaked over 27,000, but it's dipped straight back under. Everything is struggling. No one's got any real confidence in the market at the moment. People are struggling to pay bills. They're struggling. They're getting extorted by governments. They're getting extorted by energy companies. So it's no wonder that the smaller cap projects like Drip are suffering in price. And in my opinion, it did all start with the Project Fear, with those big 250,000 token dumps on the day of DDD, and they were doing that at a huge loss. So I think it's safe to say that they were orchestrated attacks. I know some people don't want to agree with that, but that's my personal opinion. But what is great is to see that there is development going on in this bull market. For me, I'm not selling, so I'm not losing. I'm just stacking personally because I'm not going to be selling for peanuts and Cheetos at these prices. There's nothing I can do with $5 on a max account right now. So the best thing for me is to keep on stacking my position. But what I am looking at, other than the price, is the fact there are very good developers, there are very good projects in the works for Drip as we speak. So I wanted to ask you guys, what, apart from Drip Potluck, which we're all excited about, what are you most looking forward to that's coming for Drip, and what do you think is going to have the biggest impact in terms of, let's say, the price or the foundational strength of Drip? I don't know who wants to go first on that one.
Yeah, I think, okay, on my side of things, I think the number one thing there is to get firstly fresh capital. Okay, any project that's going to help to bring in new investors and put in fresh capital into the ecosystem, I think is paramount. Okay. Secondly, well, in doing that, it's taking the available drip off the exchanges. You take it off the exchanges, it's going to increase price. Any other any project that's going to be helping to fund the tax vault to counteract the sales every day. So you've got to be able to bring in enough to counteract the daily liabilities. Okay, so the current daily liabilities is pretty high, and so they're the two factors. I mean, I'm not going to go into all of the factors, but any project that's going to assist with that, I don't think any one project is going to help. Like, I mean, well, it's going to help, but it's not going to be enough. It's going to be a combined effort by multiple projects to help the protocol. I mean, again, in saying that, Drip's never going to die, in my own opinion, right? It's not going to die. It's still going to be there. As I've mentioned in the past, I mean, I'm still in things like Flow, and Flow is still paying me out. Even if the price is low, it's still paying me. And there's nothing being developed for it. Whereas now you have Drip and things are being developed for it. So it stands a hell of a higher chance to, you know, to get back up when we hit the bull. So,
hey guys, real quick, I have a guest dripper. This guy got into Drip with me when I got in. He's my father. Hey, Dad. Hey. Say hello.
Hey,
Dad.
How's it going? Awesome.
Yeah.
He's about a month from a Max wallet.
Oh, beautiful.
That's freaking awesome.
Awesome.
That's freaking awesome, man.
Yes.
Yeah.
Another member of the Crypto Collective.
That's right.
Papa Chip. We got Papa Millionz, Papa Chip.
That's right.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
That's
And,
good.
Yeah. The
Yeah,
reality with the amount of drip you can buy for such a small amount of money nowadays, it's like, it's crazy, right?
Yeah, I absolutely 100% agree with that. I mean, obviously there is big liability each day with the Max wallets and everything like that. So fresh capital,
Sure.
whether you're in Drip, whether you're in Bitcoin, whether you're in whatever, everything needs fresh capital to ultimately survive. And sentiment drives the market. I mean, basically fiat money is thin air money. It's made out of thin air, but so is blockchain money, really. Even though it's obviously got a perceived value because it's limited, it's still made out of thin air, you know. It's still all very speculative. So when sentiment is down, it's very hard to get that fresh capital in. But as Danny was saying, there is development going on in Drip. Unlike a lot of other projects, Drip is just code. It cannot be stopped. It will keep on going no matter what the price, and the price will be dictated by the investors themselves. Yeah. So 100% agree. And I did put something on Twitter earlier on, and tell me if I'm being unrealistic here. I was just messing around with some numbers, and obviously at today's price, you can buy, let's say, what was the tweet now? I think for like 100. If 1,000 investors, core investors, put in $100, we could take 5 million circulating Drip off of the DEX. If 2,000 core investors put in just $50, we could take off 5 million circulating from the DEX. If everyone just put that in through DDD, that would be a huge chunk into the tax vault, and it would certainly at least for the time being, stop the minting, and perhaps the supply shock could cause some green candles, and we know how effective green candles are as a marketing source. Is people love buying green candles. I don't know why that is. It used to always be the other way around, but am I being unrealistic? Is that something? Have I missed something there, or is it that simple?
Well, it actually is that simple, right? And there is money out there. I mean, I've seen people like in the beginning of Drip. I mean, I know people that were putting in like $250,000 in one hit.
Wow.
Things like that. Yeah. But I mean, obviously, like putting in a big chunk like that now, you wouldn't get every one of your buys in at the 2 cents. Obviously, it's relative as you're buying more.
Of course, yeah.
So obviously, you got to account for that. But I guess, look, without again going into too much about pot luck, I mean that's the thing with what we're doing now is about trying to bring in fresh capital, right? It's fresh capital is going to really make a difference, and fresh capital from people that can enter into it without even thinking about Drip. The help of Drip is to a degree the core of it, right? For us, but for other people that are outside of Drip, they're still going to play the game, regardless of whether they're trying to help Drip or not. I mean, they'll just help Drip subconsciously, or like it just as an automatic thing, not physically going in there and saying, "Oh, I'm going to play this game because I'm going to help Drip." This is how we're going to be bringing in new investors.
Yeah.
So and when you look at that, I mean, seriously, huge amounts of money can come into it without thinking, Drip is, it's on its way down. I'm not going to get in on it, because that's a general sentiment from people outside that haven't been in this in Drip with us. They go, oh no, if they're just looking at the charts, well, that's a difficult thing to do. So what we're trying to do is basically, bring in people that will play the game without thinking about it as, oh, this is just to help Drip. Okay. There's a little bit of alpha. If people know how to read that. I don't have to give away anymore.
Love that. No, totally understand that. For the real alpha, can you remind us what time the live stream is going to be for Drip Pot Luck?
Yes. So the real alpha on that is it's 9:30 a.m. my time tomorrow, which is GMT plus 8, which is usually 8:30 EST, 9:30 CST, and I think it's about 6:30 PST.
Right.
Okay. In US.
Superb.
Yeah.
Right.
UK.
I hope everyone's taking that note.
Yeah. Okay.
Bullish.
So we are, roughly, it's 10:45 now. So, 22 hours and 15 minutes or something like that away.
Amazing. I can't wait. That's going to be absolutely phenomenal. I can't wait to get a bit more alpha on that. And a bit more alpha that I don't kind of already know from behind the scenes from with Danny. So that's going to be freaking awesome. I cannot wait. And when you mentioned GMT, I got a slight feeling of depression come over me. And I'll tell you why. Greenwich Mean Time. I live in Southeast London. Greenwich is in the vicinity of where I'm from. And weirdly enough, my apartment here in Mexico has got this London artwork, and I've walked down this street many times in the past. Yeah. And I don't miss London one bit. And this is actually going to be my last live stream from Mexico in 2023, because I'm actually heading back to the UK on Tuesday. So I'm a little bit gutted by that. So when you mentioned GMT, I was like, back to London, back to the big smoke, back to the, I'm not even going to go into it. But, but that's going to be freaking awesome. Yeah, exactly. Back to the rat race. What was that, Danny?
How long are you going to be back there before you head back over to the end of the world you're in now?
Well, I'm planning hopefully that we'll be coming back out early 2024. We're going to be back in we're going to see September, October up to Christmas. Yeah. Got to catch up with family, got to deal with stuff with our house, got to deal with stuff with our business and stuff like that. So we have to return home, sadly. But hopefully February sort of time, we'll be back out here for at least another 3 to 6 months. So that'd be freaking awesome, man. I love the sun. The UK doesn't get any sun. It's super depressing. So I can't wait to.
Because I remember you mentioned on your other stream that you got permanent residency now as well. How does that affect your permanent residency, like going away again and then coming back? Doesn't matter at all. It's it's in and out of the country as I please, basically, which is freaking awesome. I love this country. I love Mexico, and I do whatever I can do to bring some positivity to this freaking awesome country. The people are lovely, the food's lovely, the weather's lovely, and I get treated really well here, and obviously I want to give back. So I'm out of love with London. I grew up in London, and I'm not particularly, apart from seeing family, I'm not particularly looking forward to getting back over there. And as Nelly said, you get wrapped up in that big city living stuff again, and it's okay. I'm not particularly looking forward to it. So yeah, when you said GMT, I was like, oh damn, this is my last stream from Mexico. But I want to mention Blue Chip. I've been seeing a lot. You've been doing some big stuff on DDD. There's been some decent wins going down for you, mate.
I think it's mostly because I've been, sniping the big depositor, with fresh capital.
Yeah.
But it was weird, man. The wallet that I named Big Cinco, 3 wins, and then he was maxed out. And then I was like, well, damn, man, I can't let Big Cinco in. So I made Big Cinco Jr. Then we did win the first, but then 4 rounds in a row, then Junior was maxed out. And I feel bad talking about this because everybody in YouTube is like, oh, these people are building out wallets. That's what's hurting Drip. And so I'm all confused right now. What do I do? But my 8th wallet, Sancho Pancho, has won 3 in a row.
Wow.
These hands, man, they can't lose, man. They're on fire.
Brother, you need to get out to Vegas with Crypto Tiger, man. You need to put them to work out there, man.
These hands can't win, man. I've been playing every day. I can't win.
Nelly, have you not won? Have you not won yet? Have you not won anything yet?
No, I don't think I have, man. I don't think I have. But that's what I wanted to say, right? I was going to do a video, and what we were talking about just before, the community sentiment and all that, is it that easy to get, to buy up, if we all put in $100? It is that easy, but you know what's hard is getting 1,000 people coordinated to actually do it. From watching the chats and being involved in the chats, in all the chats, man, it feels like trying to coordinate something is extremely difficult. And I feel like in these times of need and the price being so low, I feel like the content, the drip content, is slowly dying out at a time where we should be talking more often about it. I feel like you're doing a great job, Blue Chip. You are Millionz, myself. Danny's got his show every week, and we're showing receipts, right, to show that we're not just talk, and we actually lead by example because we actually believe, right? And I feel like in the chats, there's not enough people showing that they're participating, and you can actually see the numbers on DDD that there is not that much participation. So I feel like the same thing with Dripot Luck. It comes down to participation. We have DDD. Not enough people are playing. We have to potluck. Hopefully people participate and people watch these streams. People watch our vids because they're in drip, right? They know the only thing I talk about is drip. You know what I mean? But there's still no participation. So I feel like some of the and for me, I'm grown, man. So I know the hard work that Lady Mania, Bedlas, or Susie S. Who else is in the chat? Everyone that's running those chats are actually putting time and effort out of their own schedule to do work for the community, to do work for the Drip Network. But I feel like some people are so simple that they need to see green, right? Or they need to see, hey, people are actually participating and walking the talk. So I don't know. This is sort of like whoever's watching, and there's OGs out there and all that. Maybe start showing that you guys are participating or getting involved and actually, using the system as it's meant to be. The res, stuff the res, aqueduct, DDD, deposit, sacrifices, all of it. I think it needs to be seen and people need to see it. And because there's a lot of people just sitting in the sidelines just waiting for others to do the work for them, I just wanted to get that off my chest.
Yeah, it's frustrating because, we came in at the high, not because we were necessarily coming in under the FOMO. It's because we learned about drip at that point in time. Had I learned about drip the same time Danny D did, I would have been all over it. But Danny D's like the only true OG out there that's out here trying to pump it up. I mean, you got guys like Stunner Breezy, man. He's not even doing his stuff like he used to. And then he comes on and brags about the glory days. Well, hey, that's cool, man. I'm glad you made it. But, hey, help us with right now. What can we do right now? Now is when we need to see how bad you are, not from a year ago. And that's the part that really frustrates me a little bit, not too much. Yeah. I'm the kind of guy like, you take Drip Coach. He's generally negative. But if you watch him and you listen to him, if you can shuck off the negative, you can find pieces of what he says that will say, hey, wait a minute, Like, for instance, today he was showing these wallets that are making like $268 a day, saying, well, these aren't paper hands. They're not going to go anywhere. They're going to stay in drip because they know that eventually more capital is going to come in. Well, he may have been saying that in a complaining tone, but if you listen to what he said, number one, there are guys out there somehow that are making $268 a day in the worst bear market ever. And number two, he's saying they're not going to go anywhere. They're not paper hands because they know this is a cycle and eventually more capital is going to come in and drip's going to go up. So if you're disciplined enough to, block the negative, which most people aren't, you can find the positive in there. But,
absolutely.
I guess it's just the negative part of it kind of outweighs the positive,
Yeah, I actually watch Coach. I actually watch Coach's stuff. I used to really like his stuff, and then it went down a different avenue. But between all that, he genuinely wants to see Drip do well. Like I can read between all the negative stuff. You know what I mean? But,
that's right.
But we know. This is my issue. Like Ray, I don't live in the past, right? I live in the present, He's one of the main guys for DDD. He's one of the main guys that pumps the movement every Monday, right?
Right.
And that's when we get heaps of participation. But then you get this, But man, he's the only one that's actually doing it, big moves on Mondays with Lady Mania, right?
Right.
And everyone's got a big voice but no action, you know. So that's the thing with that I've look. I don't have anything against Coach. I still watch all his stuff. Just so you know, Coach, if you're watching, I watch all your stuff. I don't comment, right? But I see between all the negative stuff, you know. But at the same time, I know he's invested a lot of money. But that's also in the past. So did I. You know, I invested a lot of money. I haven't ROI'd, but I still lead by example because I believe in the project. So I still keep putting money in the project because I don't want to be a hypocrite. You know what I mean? I don't want to onboard people and then not lead by example, you know, like participate in all those things I just said. You know what I mean? So that's my thing. I think that if you really want this project to succeed, you need to lead by example and show it, put it out there. You know what I mean? Because talking about it is just talk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that another major factor that needs to be considered here is that there has to be a middle ground where people have to shift their mindset to, okay? Away from the mindset of shit, it's dumping, or also away from the mindset that, oh man, this thing's going to moon. There needs to be a middle ground. We've got to realize, again, not financial advice, this is just my own opinion, okay, which I guess is shared by quite a few other people in the know, is that we've got to realize that no matter what we do at this point in time, do not expect a parabolic rise, okay? People have got to realize that we're here and we're going to be fighting for quite some time, and what's needed is a slow, steady growth. Parabolic rise is not going to help. Parabolic rise is just going to bring on sell pressure, right? It'll bring on some buy pressure, but then it'll be, sell pressure. So I think, you know, we talk about like what you're saying, Millionz, you know, like 2,000 people to buy to spend $50 or whatever it is. I mean, that's all well and good, and I think that's fantastic, and that's how easy it is. But I think that done in stages to gradually increase is probably of more benefit than someone just coming in and going, boom, I'm going to buy all of this and the price is going to go up. Because what will happen is that price will spike. It really will. And then you've got all the people in the background going, I'm selling out now, right? Because I know where it's going to go. So, you know, if we can do it this way and just slowly increase, what's going to happen is that people are still going to sell. They're still going to sell, but what that's doing is getting rid of that liquid drip that's sitting in people's wallets anyway, right? Slowly. Eventually, all of those will be gone, and then we can have that nice smooth sail upwards. And when it's doing that, then if you have a parabolic rise, all well and good, because there's limited drip that people can sell.
Yeah.
You know, again, that's just my, you know. Yeah. No,
100%. And I think, you know, if we can all get tunnel vision on certain projects sometimes and think, well, why is my project not mooning? Why is my project not? Well, look around the market and tell me in the top 100 coins, where are you getting a 2x right now? Where are you getting an NEX right now? It's just not happening at the moment. And it's just a simple case that the market is in a bear phase. It's as simple as that, you know? So as you were saying, Danny, these are the times to be building foundations. These are the times to be, you know, moving forward with the utilities, because we're not going to see 2x's anywhere. And as I said in my video earlier on, and I'm not going to discuss my reasons because, you know, I like to keep my YouTube channel from from being banned. But I've got a feeling that September and October is going to be a very difficult couple of months for crypto, because
traditionally it is.
Yeah, and there may or may not be a large scale event of some sort that happens in that period of time that may cause a downward trend in the market. But I'm keeping capital on the side because, you know, I don't think the max pain is here yet. The halving is coming up next year, and I think we have to be realistic. Nothing would surprise me these days, brother.
Aliens are going to crash the crypto.
Aliens.
See,
Yeah,
even as
yeah.
even as a like a dev for Potluck, for example, okay, and you know that we are that close. But our expectation is not that we're going to launch this and it's going to change the whole situation, right? We know, I mean, if it does, that's absolutely fantastic, okay? But that's not within our expectations at this point. We're here to put our brick in and to help, okay? It's going to help, if any, you know, at the worst case, it's going to help to stabilize price because there's people going into it. But, you know, we just have to realize the situation that we're in and not expect that you're going to have a Band-Aid fix overnight. You start talking about Band-Aid fixes and then you hyping it too much. And the thing is, when that hype doesn't reach the expectations of people, then it fails.
Then you
we don't want
that. Yeah, no,
yeah.
Exactly it.
You get the opposite. Okay. And then people were saying, oh, you know, do you have a light paper? Do you have a white paper? Do you have something that we can go by? Dude, if I gave that out like a couple of months ago, the expectations of people would be way too high that, yeah, tomorrow, or I'm not saying exactly when, but, you know, when we launch, people are going to be expecting some parabolic, like freaking boom to the sky. And then when it doesn't happen, they're just going to go, oh, well, shit, there's another one that's just fallen over by the wayside. You know, that's not what we're doing.
Well, right? They'll time it. They'll time it, coordinate it, buy it at 1 cent, wait for it to go to 2 cents or whatever. Let's just say 2 cents, and then dump it again. So that's why we've been saying that these. Which is smart, Danny, because someone keeps mentioning buy elephant. Look at the elephant chart, right? Look, we're here for drip, right? I understand you like elephant. We're not here to talk elephant. You know what I mean? We're not here for that, right? I don't want to bring a negative light to this, you know what I mean? But elephant went up at a time that it went like this, you know. So no, we're not here for elephant, man. Sorry, Marvin. All right, we're here for drip.
Yeah,
absolutely. And I just want to say, like, it's been 40 minutes. And I need to give a shout out to some of the people that have sort of jumped in and are watching this stream, because we were late. I'm not taking the blame for it, but we were late, and we still got some freaking awesome people tuning in. So we've got Lady Mania, Pearl Crypto, Scott B, Trap DeFi, Wannabe Whale, Motivation Money, Fork Tongue, Westside Ian, Travis George. We got some freaking awesome people in the house. So when we're talking about building a community, we got Drip to Wealth in there as well.
Yeah,
we've got Drip to Wealth. He's just left a comment. In fact, I'm going to put it up on the screen now. I haven't fully read it. That's how much I trust him. I haven't even read the comment. I'm going to stick it up there. He's not talking about elephant money. Fantastic. But before we go any further, just I want to put this sentiment out there that everyone involved in crypto, everyone involved in DeFi is in a massive, massive minority. Go to a family barbecue, go your normal friends, and you talk to them about DeFi, they'll look at you like you're an alien. So I just want to say that every single one of us, technically speaking, we're all on the same team. We've all got different ideas of of speculation of what's going to do well, what's not going to do well. But I do want to put it out there that I want everyone in this space to win. I want everyone in this space to create generational wealth for them and their families, to live a life of freedom and a life of excellence. So I just want to put that out there, whether you're in Elephant, whether you're in Drip, whether you're in whatever you're in. I just want to put that out there right now as the sentiment. So you may agree with me or may not. Maybe you want all these other people to lose. I'm not going to judge if you feel that way, but that's just how I'm putting it out there. So we've got Drip to Wealth, strong leadership, provides direction, vision, motivate and inspire. They promote communication and collaboration. Do we have that? That's a good question. I think we have had some very strong YouTubers sort of drop off when the community needs them the most, and it's a shame. And they're probably not people that I'm going to be watching, or I'm not going to be consuming their content if there's a big turnaround in market sentiment and they're using drip to $20 in their thumbnail posts in their thumbnails again. So I probably won't be consuming their stuff, because I think at the moment we've got new people stepping forward into the fray who are trying to do something for drip when drip needs it the most. And obviously everyone on this live stream is putting their brick in, and I massively appreciate that. And the people in the chat as well, whether they're on YouTube, whether they're on Telegram, whether they're on Twitter, not everyone wants to do YouTube, but there's other ways that we can be positive and highlight how the good things about drip. It's very easy to be down about the price. I think all of us are a little bit down about the price, but that is, for me, the only issue I've got with drip is the price at the moment. Everything else is perfectly working. It's minting for a reason. That's part. If there's going to be big sales, that is why it's minting. So you get your 1%, and the security is seamless. So am I wrong in being that bullish about drip? Tell me if I'm being too bullish. Tell me if there's things I'm missing out there. Absolutely not.
You look at that question right there. Okay, do we have that? Kryptonite, big shout out to you, brother. Provides direction and vision. They motivate and inspire. They promote communication and collaboration. Do we have that? You know what? Within the community, we do have those people. We do have those people in the community, but a lot of them aren't stepping up yet, right? But in regards to the skill set, they are there. They need to step up and make that stance and help grow this community instead of, and leadership is not born. You learn it. Okay. You learn it. And you just got to take that step in that direction. Okay. Can I just say one more shout out to somebody out there in the chats? Wannabe Whale, we haven't interacted in a long time, man, but you and I were back there, like back in day one. Okay. I know we've had some interactions back in the day, but I took off and rode off into the sunset for a while. But I just wanted to say a quick g'day to you, man, and I will communicate with you more in in the coming days. So shout out to you, brother. Sorry, again, I'm not trying to hijack your stream here.
No. Go ahead, brother. Go ahead. This is an open table. We just talk. I'm having a great time tonight, anyway. So,
but so we do have those people in the community to answer that question. In my opinion, they're definitely there. You can see it every day. There's people out there. It's just that a lot of them don't get the acknowledgement that they are that person, because there's a lot of people running around with a emotional situation right now, and they're reaching out to people to help, but they're not going about it the right way. And so when these people that do have this ability, when they hear that, sometimes you get that so much that you just don't want to deal with it yourself. You just want to just do your own thing. Okay. I mean, I get it, man. My inbox has been freaking mad in the past few days, and it was way back then when I decided to take a step away, because which I don't know if it was a good thing or a bad thing or whatever, but there's only so much that one person can handle. I think we've got to look at not just the people right at the top. You need to look at middle management now. If you look at this as like a corporation, for example, you have to look at the middle management and allow the middle management to do their job, and then take a step up once they're doing that job properly. Again, just my take on it. That could have been a little bit confusing of how I explained that, but I think you get my gist.
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
There's a lot of ego. That's the thing. There's a lot of ego, and I think a lot of great minds. You know what I mean? There's Scott B wrote a message. Justin Bryant Crypto. There's another good guy that's been doing some good content, by the way. Just so shout out to him. I've been watching his stuff, and he's doing some drip content, which is awesome. Yeah, I honestly think that we need to sometimes humble ourselves and come together and middle management, like I don't know how we're going to do it. We're doing it. It's happening in this new chat. There's great ideas coming, and obviously you're probably going to be the first, that's doing a project away from. Well, you're not going to be the first, but Drip Potluck that since DDD. That hasn't got the tick of approval, that it's independent from Forex, you know what I mean? That actually helps Drip, and there's a lot more of that coming as well from the new Drip chat, So Aqueduct, that's not that's also a side project, right? That's not
it's not officially endorsed. It's not officially endorsed, no. And we didn't want to wait for the official endorsement either. Okay.
No, we can't.
This is what I'm talking about. You got to step up and just make something happen and stop relying on other people to give you their endorsements or their support. Just do it. If anyone out there's got an idea, okay, if you've got an idea and you think that it's really going to help, okay, take a step up. If you need help, reach out to me.
Yeah.
Right?
That's freaking awesome.
We'll do what we can. We'll do what we can, but you also got to keep in mind, guys, that there's a lot of people out there that have the idea, but they don't have the team behind them and they don't have the funding. Okay, which is a really important part. I mean, guys, Drip Potluck, it hasn't come for free. That's the reality. It hasn't come for free, and the people that don't understand dev, like being a dev on the background, they don't understand, and again, that's not their fault, because I see it in the chats. I see, why don't we just do this, or why don't we just do that, or why don't we just take this off, and why don't we just add this? It's not that simple. There's a lot of work that goes into that back end, right? So you need a support group. You need funding for that.
Yeah, time is money, man. At the end of the day, time is money, man. Yeah.
Absolutely, and we're fortunate that we're able to do it, but not everyone can. So again, guys, look, and I know there's some groups out there, because I've had a couple of groups reach out to me and say, hey, do you need help? And luckily for us, we don't at this point, right?
Yeah.
So the thing is, I'll reach back out to them and say, hey guys, do you need help? But when you do, you've got to keep in mind that, again, things don't necessarily come for free. And I'm not saying that to try to make a business from it, but obviously we've got to cover costs. I mean, I've got costs as well, right? So, but if you got a great idea, or, an idea that you think has some real substance and that can help, reach out to me, get me on Telegram, and we'll see what we can do. Okay. It's about collaborating, not competing.
That's freaking awesome. Guys, did you just hear that? Did you just hear that? That is freaking legit. So massive salute, Danny, for that one, mate. That is, that's freaking awesome, man. Man of the community for sure. Absolutely.
Yeah. So collaborate, not compete, guys.
Yeah. I totally agree with that sentiment, 100%. So, it's just great to be on this chat with 3 other people that are putting their brick in, not just putting it in financially into Drip, but also, with the videos and with the streams. It's awesome. Nelly, I know you've been major busy in recent weeks with work and stuff like that, with new employees and people management. I mean, I think probably everyone in this chat has had some experience with having to manage personnel, and it's not easy. It's not an easy job, but you've still been putting videos out, brother, no matter whether you've had to do them when you're driving, no matter if you've been doing them at home, 3 a.m. before you hit the gym, before you have that coconut water, so brother, I mean, you're doing an awesome job with the content, bro. I know it's not easy with all the mad stuff that's going on.
Thank you, brother. Yeah, like for me, there's no excuses. You know what I mean? Like when you commit to something, obviously things happen. You know what I mean? But I just wake up earlier, man. Like it just means, you know, I just wake up earlier. That's it, you know.
Yeah.
And I sacrifice something, you know what I mean? If I have to, I said I was going to do YouTube. I said I was going to step up. Well, I got to step up. No ifs or buts, you know. And you know, I'm trying to get 3 of them out there, or at least three, and the live stream, you know. So that's just who I am, man. That's how I'm built, you know. Just like you, man. I suppose, you know.
Love that.
I just I've got to lift my game, man. The Twitter game. I got to lift maybe an Instagram, bit of TikTok, bit of dancing on TikTok. I don't know. We've got to come up with
Definitely, bro. I'll follow you. I will 100% follow you if you do a dancing drip channel on TikTok. I'm there.
Thank you, man.
I signed up for TikTok the other day. I've only been on TikTok for like a week.
It is the portal to hell, brother. But I mean, you know, it's the newest thing. Shit can go viral on there for real. So you know, I think it's got its value. I think these platforms are great if you use them correctly. You know, if you're going to sit there and waste all of your prana and all of your energy all day just scrolling through mindless videos, and it can be super damaging. But if you use it as part of your business, then I think it's awesome. You know.
Yeah.
And the other thing is,
my wife just started using TikTok for business. Yeah, she just started using TikTok for business 2 weeks ago because she does online selling of like different products, right? She does all online stores, and the main platform that she was working with, all of a sudden they deactivated her account, which took up about 80% of her income, right?
Damn.
And yeah, it was just crazy, and they couldn't give her the real reasons why. And the checklist of things that would make your account be deactivated, she went through, and like she didn't breach any of those. Okay, Nelly dropped off. He's probably low bat. But so after that, she decided, well, I'm going to have to start doing my own thing. You know, so now she's gone into TikTok business, and it's working for her.
That's
awesome.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it's awesome.
That's freaking awesome. It is, and proof in point. It's not the platforms that are evil. It's not the platforms that you know that are stealing your energy. It's how you utilize them. So that's an awesome story, brother. That's freaking awesome. Yeah. And I'm sure there's probably people watching this stream right now that have been dabbling with the idea of starting a YouTube channel, maybe a drip YouTube channel or whatever, makeup, hair, cars, whatever. But I think a lot of people are scared about what other people are going to think. And I did mention a quote in not my last video, the one before, that there's only one way to avoid criticism in this life, and that is to say nothing, to do nothing, and to be nothing. So you're never going to please everyone. So if you are out there thinking, I want to start a YouTube channel on drip or crypto or DeFi or whatever, just get a camera out and just start doing it, because your message could impact someone beyond what you think it could. You know, don't get out of your own head for a minute and just be genuine, say what you think, and just let it happen, because, you know, everyone here has had to do that. You know, it might not have come second nature for everyone here to sit in front of a camera and talk, or go for walks and talks, or whatever, however you want to do it. But everyone here is putting their brick in that way and being an awesome value to this community. So, you know, before we wrap up, we're almost at an hour. I've had a freaking awesome time, to be honest, with you guys. It's just been great chatting, and we've had some brilliant people in the chats leaving messages and just awesome vibes. So Drip is still alive and kicking. And I just want to say to everyone, have you got any final closing words, whether it just be something a bit inspirational or just something that you're looking forward to in drip, whatever, just maybe just a final closing word. We'll start with Nelly. Go on, brother.
But let me just quickly go to what you were just saying about doing YouTube. Let me tell you something funny in my experience. So I thought about it for ages, and ages contemplated, should I do it, should I not do it? I've got a company, I've got clients, I deal with a lot of clientele. Like, man, like it's so away from my real life, from my real world. Is it going to impact my business, my company, this, that, you know? Anyway, I went for it. You know how many people know in my real life that I do YouTube? Maybe 5, you know? You know, out of those 5 people, how many watch my YouTube? 0. Not even my wife. Right? Not even my wife. So if you're sitting there thinking that, oh man, what are they going to think of me? They're not even going to watch you, man. I'm telling you. Like, so
I love that. I love that.
That's been my reality with YouTube. You know, everyone I've met on YouTube's been through Telegram and through people in the Drip network. But anyway, bullish, man. I'm just bullish about the community, man. I'm bullish about the project, the vision, the work, and what we're building together. You know, all of us, the Crypto Collective. You know what, Danny, the Alakazul show with the Crypto Lucky, the Dripot Luck, and you know, the new chat, the Lady Mania, and everyone's putting in and everyone's stepping up and trying to you know, get through these tough times, man. So yeah, I'm accumulating, man. I'm not going to sell. I didn't sell when he was $100. I didn't sell when he was $10. I'm not selling at $1, 1 cent. Like, it's just not going to happen, you know. Like, I'm bullish, man. What can I say?
Yeah. So you don't want to sell your drip to buy any peanuts or Cheetos or anything like that?
Nah, I'll just keep
you want
working,
to keep stacking,
man. I'll work
yeah?
the next. Yeah, I'll just keep stacking, man. I'm stacking. That's
exactly.
It.
That's freaking awesome, brother. Blue Chip Drip. Any closing words for the freaking awesome community that's still watching out there, even though we started late?
Yeah, you know, we're in a project that you know, goes back to the dev. You don't have to worry about security, exploits, rug pulls. The tokenomics are amazing. They've been tested harder than any other project out there, and you've got you know, we have the ability that even Bitcoin or Ethereum or any of these other, you know, coins don't have, and that's the ability for the community to execute certain actions or behavior and control the success of the token. And so we have more control than other coins and other projects. Then you have
100.
awesome utility with drip, drop, draw. You know, that's in place. It's fun to play. You can win. It's built to help the project sustain. And there's nothing else out there like it. We've just had some adversity with the not only with the worst bear market ever, but the coordinated attacks. So if you can see past that and see right now, I don't know what the percentage of the community is that's actually playing DDD or trying to stuff the res, but even from that small participation, we are holding. So once we can just grab some more and just a little bit of positive sentiment, and this thing will take off. And the potluck, drip potluck, I mean, I think that's going to be phenomenal. And, you know, I'm just still building my position. And, you know, a person can, you know, you grab somebody that's never even heard of drip and you show it to them and say, look, man, you can earn drip every day. You can play drip, drop, draw. You can win more drip. It's worth this much money. And guess what? It can go from 2 cents to 4 cents. And all of a sudden, look at your profit. It's the same concept. If you took $1,000 and bought $1,000 worth of Shiba and Sheba dropped to 0, whoa, you're in the money, right? So that can apply to Drip, but even in a bigger way. Not to where you just cash out one time, but you have a consistent passive income. And we just have to find a way to push that message out there and keep, leading by example. And that's what I try to do in my videos, try not to get all philosophical and everything. And that's hard to do. But just say, hey, this is why I'm doing it. I'm having fun with it, build my position out. I'm still studying the res, the fact that here's something that builds the liquidity, but yet you can earn rewards in BNB, which I got a general question. Nobody has to answer now, but just an estimate. If you had 10 BNB in the res, what would that pay you in rewards every day? Oh, just on an average, that's a tough question. I know.
Yeah.
That'd be good. I was going to say, if anyone knows the answer to that, leave that in the comments for sure. Yeah. Go ahead, Danny.
With that, bro, it's dependent on what percentage of the res that you're holding. So there's no you can't give an exact on that in any way, shape, or form, because it's dependent on what percentage of the whole stake that you hold will determine how much you're earning. So, and that will change every day. So
right.
There's that. So we can't give a definitive on that, unfortunately. But that's just my understanding. Hey, I could be wrong.
Yeah. I think that's an area I'm looking more into at the moment is the res, because we've been all spoiled before. When Drip released during a bull market, no one had to worry about stuff like that. But obviously now during these crazy times, we have to know how to use Drip and how to utilize Drip as it was intended. So we all have to be more educated investors now than maybe when Drip first came out. And you could stick money into anything. You could stick money into a meme coin. You could stick money into and everyone could get rich. Everyone thought they were Warren Buffett, but now we have to be a little bit more studious with how we invest. So the reservoir is definitely an area that I think is getting some attention. And I think it's a good thing. Danny, last words to you, my brother. Anything you've got to say to the community?
Just one, going back a little bit to what you said and what Nelly said in regards to management and stuff like that. A lot of people aren't stepping up because it's the thought of, will people follow me? Will people believe in me? What are people going to say if I'm doing this and I'm doing that? I mean, launching Drip Potluck, Crypto Lucky and I went back and forth so many times and saying, do we really want to do this? Okay. I mean, you look at my channel, I've been blessed that there has not been a lot of negative stuff said to me or directed at me through my videos or anything like that. Even within the chats, within the groups, there's not a lot of negativity that's come towards me. But knowing that when we do launch Drip Potluck, I already expect that there's going to be negativity. Okay. So it was like, I had to balance it out. Is it worth me putting myself on the line and making myself a target for these kind of negative attacks? And I mean, at the end of the day, yes, it is. Yes, it is. If I don't step up, how do I expect anybody else to step up? Okay. That's the reality, and I mean, dude, I'm nothing special. Straight up. I'm nothing special. I'm just a person that decided to believe in what I'm doing and help people also to understand that this crypto space, you don't have to be anything special. God, give me some of that KFC, right? You don't have to be a Harvard scholar or, MIT or anything like that to be in it. You can just be a normal everyday person, okay? And you can get benefits from this. Again, I've been living off this for more than 2 years, 2.5, almost 3 years now. Okay. I was in the space before that, but living in DeFi, living off DeFi through DeFi, whilst not killing a system, has been a fantastic thing for me. Guys, stay with it. Keep the faith. even in the toughest of times, don't be afraid to dream. Don't be afraid to dream. Please tune in tomorrow for my Drip Pot Luck live stream. Get excited. We're going to make some moves. And that's pretty much it from me. Thank you again.
Love that, brother.
Thank you again to Millionz. Millionz, thank you. Nel-E, thank you. Thank you for having me on here. Blue Chip Drip, thank you. You guys are freaking amazing. And I hold you right up there with the highest of respects. There you go.
It means a lot coming for you, brother.
Thank you guys for stepping in. Yeah, thank you for stepping in for us, man. Like, yeah, we're all over the shop. So, and thank you to everyone that stuck in with us. And we were late, and we're blaming Crypto Tiger. All right.
Hey,
we've all agreed. We've all agreed.
I just wanted to say, I put Sancho Pancho under the Crypto Collective Omega team, and Peerless Crypto Café sigue con sus videos muy profesional, muy inteligente. Me gusta mucho.
Love that.
Beautiful.
Love that.
Beautiful.
And yeah, just one final shout out before we go to everyone that's been watching. We've had an awesome viewership tonight. It's been super steady and super high. So people seem to have enjoyed what we've been talking about. So I'm feeling absolutely blessed about that. We've had tons of comments, even though we were late. Crypto Tiger. So thank you to everyone who's tuned in. And gentlemen, it's been an absolute pleasure. It's been a pleasure talking to you guys. You're all putting your brick in. You're all inspiring during the most hardest times that most people will ever see in crypto. So I thank you all. And thank you for joining us, even at short notice. And I think we're going to wrap it up there, guys. So stay blessed, everyone. Whatever you're doing today, whatever you're working on, stay bullish, stay hydrated, and we'll see you all in the next live stream.
Later, champions.
Peace. See you guys. I got to go.
Later.